This is Bella, and Bella has some aggression problems, and I'm teaching her hold and drop and to retrieve, and I'm going for it. I know it. I know. I do this for a living. So if you're following along and you're going to do this with your dog, make sure you know, like, not all breeds are the same. This is a hard-mouthed little dog. The first time that I opened the stick and put it in her mouth to hold, clamped down like a vice grip. And then the second session, there's pigeons running around on the floor here. She's looking at the pigeons. The second session, the first time I had to like open her mouth, like really pry it open. Each time I do it, it's less and less. It's much less and less. And when I talk about prying her mouth open, what I'm doing is I'm putting my hands on the side of her lips, putting pressure, and sort of just prying it open and putting the stick in. If you notice, I'm using a square wooden, like it's sort of like a potato or tomato steak. This is what I use at first. And the reason why I use this is that dogs like to sort of bite down on it. So I've already got to the point where she's trusting me. I hand fed her. I did see a little upper lip from her, like kind of like growling at me when I was doing it. Screw it. What am I going to do? I get paid to do the job. It's important that my goal is to gain control of the dog's mouth. You notice I'm wearing gloves. I could get bit. And if I get bit, this will minimize the injury. So I'm wearing gloves on purpose. At a point, I won't wear gloves. But the dog's gaining trust in me, and I'm gaining trust in the dog. So if it was a Labrador, a puppy, I wouldn't wear gloves at all. I don't have anything to worry about. If it was Bowser, this is not Bowser. This is a 2-year-old dog that has some aggression. So it improves. It improves. Like each time you do a session, when you're doing hold and drop, the dog gets a little bit, just loosens up a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. And at a point, what we're looking for is I'm trying to make it so that Bella sees this is the greatest thing in the world. That she wants to take this, I put it out in front of her and she grabs it. She's not there yet. But that's the goal. So when I put it in the dog's mouth, and when you put it in your dog's mouth, you want to, good girl, good boy, whatever. Then you're gonna want to pet the dog and tell the dog it's doing a good job. Listen, I put out a lot of these videos on hold and drop and retrieving. I'm just saying, if you're following along, you might get bit doing this. You could do this. This would minimize your injury. You can work in these kind of gloves. They aren't insulated. We were outside just now, so I got the coat on, but they don't really keep your hands cold, but it will make it less. I mean, she really like clamps down. So right now, it's the same thing. We keep these sessions real short with her doing this. Real short. I mean, real short. Like if I could have her hold it 3 times, then we'll stop. Listen to all the pigeons in here. Everybody's flying around. She's getting used to those too. You're a good girl. When you get it in the dog's mouth, good girl. If the dog is holding it even for a few seconds, we already got her holding it for a few seconds. Some dogs, you start doing it, they start spitting it out right away. So we got her holding it for a few seconds. It's good girl. Use a really up tone. This is the greatest thing in the entire world. It doesn't matter that this is a hard-mouthed dog. It doesn't matter that these dogs aren't used for retrieving. It's a dog. They can all sort of learn the same things within reason. You wouldn't use her for duck hunting. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like her body type, she's not, she's too small. So I'm gonna do it right now. You're gonna see what I do. I'm gonna take Bella and bring her this way, right? And then you're a good girl. You're doing great. Now I'll do this a little leash flexing to remind her that she's on a leash. And then I'm gonna grab her snout. I'm gonna open it up. She opened up real easy. Hold, drop. That was fine. That was fine. And I'll tell you why it was fine is because This time, she didn't give me any resistance on opening her mouth. I put my hand on her snout and put this in the front, and she kind of opened up her mouth a little bit. That's a vast improvement. I had to pry it open at first, and you might have to do that too. So this time when I do it, I'm going to put it in her mouth, and there's a little divot under her chin, right? So when it gets in her mouth, I'm just going to put my finger there, a little light pressure, and tell her what a great job she's doing. And then that might be it. And then we'll do it again in another session. Blah, I can't talk. Do you understand? Keep these sessions when you're teaching hold short, because this is stressful on the dog. Make it as little stress as possible. And remember, doing this is smart. This is keeping the dog's head up. Okay? So let's do it again. You ready, Belle? You're a good girl. Okay, ready? Okay, hold. 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 No. Hold. 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 Good girl. Hold. 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 You're a good girl. Hold. Yes. Good girl. That's awesome. Now we'll see if she'll drop it for me. Hold. Okay. Drop. Now can you drop? I'm going to try and roll it out. See if she'll drop it. Hold. Drop. It's no big deal. She wants to hold it. You want to hold on to it? Hold. Okay, drop. Good. You could also do that too. That's sort of shaping the drop. She didn't want to let go, but when I backed off, she let go. So look for the dog right when it's about to drop it. Say, drop. You want to habituate the dog to these words, hold and drop. I'm not against shaping, do it. You see the dog doing the action, say the word. Listen, this dog is a challenge. It's one of these dogs that I'm like, oh yeah, I'll do that, because it's interesting to me. And if you're doing this, when you first start doing it with a dog that growls at you and stuff, you might get a little adrenaline rush. I'm not saying that doesn't exist with me. I talk about going hunting and almost dying, drowning and shit. I like shit like that. But I don't want to get bit, and either should you. And if you don't know what you're doing, you know, maybe you shouldn't do it. Maybe you should contact a professional and have them do it. Pay them to get bit. You can definitely get bit doing this. But the ultimate goal is for me to do this without getting bit. That would like stall her training. That's counterproductive. But it could happen. But if that does happen, does that mean we're going to stop training her to do hold, drop, and retrieve? No. No, we're not. We're just going to take it real slow and make sure that doesn't happen, okay? And once I make a decision to do something, that's it, I do it. If something's going haywire with her, if we weren't getting progress and things were going real bad, maybe I would call her mom and say, let's do something else. I mean, she's already going to learn all the basic commands. We could get her to learn how to hold the door open. By the way, Bowser last night, we're in the hotel room, and his dad asked about holding the door open, and that's something I did not train Bowser to do. I shit you not. I opened the door, stood by the door, called him to heel, and the little motherfucker was holding the door open last night. He learned that absolutely quicker than every other dog I've taught that to. I'm not saying it's conditioned in properly, but he was doing a real nice spinning into heel, putting weight against the door and holding it. So let's do this one more time with Bella. And this time, when I get it in her mouth, I'll put a little light pressure underneath her chin again. And since she's not releasing it, I'm going to back off. And when I see her mouth open up a little bit, I'm going to say drop. See what I'm doing? Okay, get ready, Bella. You're a good girl. Seriously, you're a good girl. Okay, hold. She opens up her mouth. Great. That is such a vast improvement from earlier. Hold. Hold. You're a good girl. I got this, dog. I got this. Watch this. Watch this dog over the next 30 days. Hold, drop. I wasn't paying attention. We're going to do it one more time. I'm going to stop talking on the camera. I'm going to concentrate on Bella. I'm going to look for her spitting it out. And I'm going to concentrate, looking for that mouth to open, and I'm going to say drop. Okay? Let's do it one more time. Seriously, the first and second time I did it, it was like really prying her mouth open. She did not want to do this. So this is going very well. You're a good girl, Bella. Good girl. Okay, get ready. Okay, hold. You got it? Hold. Good girl. Hold. Hold. You're an awesome dog. Hold. What a pretty dog. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. Look at you. Good girl. Drop. Hang on. You gonna drop? Let's look for the drop. Good girl. Hold. Hold. That's awesome, dude. Hold. Hold. Not bad. Hold. We can get her to drop it. This is the hardest part. Seriously. Hold. You get an e-collar on a dog, you can hit the vibrate button and they'll start dropping it. Yeah, good. This is great. That is great. That is great. Good girl. Good girl. Let me see if I can roll it out of her mouth. That's another thing that you can try. Okay, drop. No, drop. Yes! That's very good. You're a very good girl. All right, Bella. That's kick-ass. This is going way better than I ever imagined. I mean, I'm wearing gloves. I'm not stupid. She growled at me when I was feeding her something real good. You know, I know her history. That's fucking awesome. You're an awesome dog, dude. Mango loves her. Mango's saying that because she's Hispanic and Mango's Hispanic, that they should hook up. And I don't know about that.